It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we've got the Vikings' creative quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Vikings and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Moreland. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. On second down now, it's Warner. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On first down, Moreland. He'll find Lindsey here, and he'll be brought down at the 27. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Okay, ready? 19 driving.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They're really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Moreland. Oh, he's got a man wide open. open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Moreland. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Moreland. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance. Touchdown, Washington! Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down. Moreland, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he's off and running. You're exactly right.
2nd quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out comes Minnesota.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, They threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Warner. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down. Warner. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Back to throw. Moreland. And it's caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that stretches this lead to 20-8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So The good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Moreland. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Looking to throw. Moreland. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Touchdown, Washington. Isaiah Likely
from 10 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice it too.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down. Moreland, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Moreland got his man complete over the middle. That's Warner.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris Olave.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not got another turnover on his ledger.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 45-yard line. Now this throw caught left side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw on second down, Moreland. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on third down, Moreland. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warner. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Moreland.
Right side. There's Likely with it.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw. Moreland.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Warner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Throwing to start the drive.
Moreland. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And take it right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
Back now here on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moreland escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On 1st down, Moreland firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw on 2nd down, Moreland throwing out left and finding Likely. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Complete to Likely. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Back to throw. Moreland. He'll find Lindsey here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a lead now up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Vikings, 38.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Moreland. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. And let's us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll set up to throw.
The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson.
That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Second and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tam.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed it.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping and track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it.
That my Brooklyn, cause he Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,